雪花飘飘，北风萧萧。Alright, sync test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so today we are playing Ace Combat 7. I haven't played this game since the PSP game. I just wanted to kind of try it out. It was on sale, so I figure I'm gonna give it a shot. I am playing this on my Nintendo Switch controller, so please do bear with me. And we'll play on normal. Hopefully, I can handle this.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I
Okay, didn't expect that.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Yuzha as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yuzhan ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Grays Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Wow, it really is a rolling start. Kind of just throws you in. Okay. So we're fighting the Tu-95, it looks like. So these are the DLC planes. I don't know if I'm going to be using these, because I just look at their specs and they're way better than what you actually start with. I don't like to ruin my experience that much, so we will use one of these first two. The F-104C Avro, which looks like the FMV plane, and then the standard F-16C. Yeah, why don't we just use the one that actually has guns on it? Oh, yeah, okay. Special weapon 4M. This is the multi-lock missiles. Okay, that's cool. Alright.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
All things considered, that's a pretty cool, just first mission sequence.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage 2.
Column Squadron take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Mage Squadron's a pretty cool sounding name, to be honest. Oh, okay, you start on the ground?
Verify and read back. Mage 2 clear for takeoff. The
Alright.
situation is tight. It's a hell of
So
a
holding right trigger.
have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Oh, let's go.
Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like
Okay,
the
up and
armor's taking
down.
a lot of damage.
Easy, easy.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Golem 4 understood.
There's a bunch of allies up above.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our
Alright,
radars
just the
hard in the last
Tu-95
attack.
it looks like. I
Expect
don't
the worst
think that
and
there
stay
is another
sharp.
one in range right now.
Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
There we go.
Bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
Oh.
There it is.
So you push a minus button and then it changes the radar over. It's pretty helpful to see where you're actually supposed to go.
They're way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts roll up for another attack. Point is 835. Eagle 2, bandit!
Watch out for the support aircraft.
I'm gonna take out those MiGs first then, I guess.
Mage 2, missile launch. Enemy support
And last
eliminated.
not
This should make the
last but
target
not
safe.
least,
Destroy the target. Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
so you don't play as the girl. Interesting how they introduce you as the short-haired girl, but they keep saying he, so must be playing as a guy.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Locked.
So this one is a multi-fire. Should blast all of them.
That's
It's
it.
cool. You hold down the missile button and then it has the chase camera activated. It's pretty cool.
Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, there, Trigger, settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
Missile incoming. Break.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs? I can't tell them apart.
Must have a long way to go if nothing appears on your screen, but the radar tells you where to go. Okay, there's 2 squads. 2 squads, interesting.
Locked.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload. Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
It's a lot of time that you just spend flying in between objectives. Maybe it's just because it's the first mission though.
Don't let them destroy the harbor. Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire.
On target 6.
Missile. Missile.
Fox 2.
Alright, we'll use the 4AM.
On target 6.
4 AAM.
Mage 2, locked. To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Gollum Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Pull up.
Gollum 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Wonder what happens if you crash after you already finished the mission. I don't want to try it out, but it'd be interesting to know.
I am Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia.
Caution. Pull up.
Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back.
Oh, it's cool that you have this replay feature too. And you can move the camera. That's awesome. I love when there's these replay features.
Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Go for understood.
This is the AWACS
That's so cool.
Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They hit our radars hard in the back.
That's
Expect
sweet.
the worst and stay sharp.
We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent. Many wars are lost by. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You have our thanks.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Part of me thought the dogs would be flying planes.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Yusian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Grays Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Air superiority. So, there is a way to upgrade your stuff. Interesting. Where's the plane I really want, though? I want to fly the F-22. Wow, you could buy a whole bunch of mods. Really interesting, but they're only for multiplayer. Oh, the mods here are for single player. Okay. So there's gonna be some grinding needed. So the F-22 is what I want. It's all the way out here. Short-range aerial suppression air-to-air missile. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not expecting to be able to afford very much because it's just still the first mission, so I'm just gonna upgrade this. I think that's it. So you can't actually upgrade your planes, you just unlock new ones and then unlock parts for them. But you don't actually, like, modify the plane itself. You just do it by putting stuff on, I assume. I mean, I'm sure I'll find out eventually, but for now... Let's see, air-to-air ground lock bomb. No, I'm still gonna go with the air-to-air lock missiles, I think. Yeah, the 4 AAMs, probably. Light Blisk.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP. target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry.
I'm about to blast them.
Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep. Target is destroyed.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there!
We don't have any anti-air weaponry yet. It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
Sweeping through, destroying all these ground targets.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Page 2, target
Fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
It's air raid! Being attacked by enemy aircraft! What's the permission? Move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer! We need interceptors now! We're using the containers now! Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Trigger, there's one more to go.
Page 2, missile launch. That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
All right.
In gun range.
Where is he?
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Unit setup. Enemy has entered some feedback to those war merchants. Write your manuals in a language we can understand. Chasing me.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Taking cover in the clean aim over clear ground. School 3, you have to bail out now.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Oh, stalled out there.
Right, so you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Attack missed.
The enemy has sprung on me.
5 targets remaining. All right, this base is worth destroying. 4
Gotta
targets
take out
remaining.
those interceptors before they take off.
Enemy is win.
In gun range.
Box 2.
I didn't get him.
Page 2, missile away.
How are they still alive? Didn't I hit them twice each with these missiles?
3 targets remaining.
Launch preparations complete.
Keep your mind focused.
UAVs ready to launch. Away!
Ah, the drone launchers. It looks like someone was just too lazy to design them.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah.
Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
Mage 2 is taking down an enemy. How many's that now?
1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Not too hard as you become more familiar with the controls, I guess.
Locked.
Column 3, Fox 2.
Whoa, this one's sneaky.
Show up on the radar.
Target was not struck.
My stuff.
Finally.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Alright, that was a fun couple missions. I'm gonna call it probably there for today. We'll see if there's any more scenes though.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counter.
Really like how it tracks
Let us
everything and it
reclaim what
shows
is
you
ours.
what you destroyed and what order you did it in afterwards. It's pretty cool.